Hi, do you ever feel like you already know deep in your heart that you need to be doing something else? Maybe a different job, a different relationship, a different living situation. You already know some of these negative energies and patterns that might be holding you back. And you already know that there's this mind created limitations that you yourself have put on it or maybe inherited from your ancestral and collective consciousness, and yet you're still unable to break through that wall to get to the other side and experience that peace and joy and gratitude and contentment and fulfillment that we're all looking for. In this video, I will explain to you why this is happening and why maybe you're going about it the wrong way, and how we can close the gap and how I can help you to finally gain clarity on what it is that you need to be doing, learn to follow your intuition fearlessly, and take action towards fulfilling that path that your spirit wants to go on. Hi, I'm Sarah. I have been practicing for 20 years. I have been teaching for 10. I have done over 12 years of monastery style, very deep transformational inner healing and training to become a traditional Usui Reiki master teacher, a holistic life coach, and a yoga teacher. And I know that you have done the work. I myself have done so much work. I even have 5 yoga teacher certifications to show for it. But through many years of deep inner work and energy healing and really understanding how energy works and what our purpose on earth is and what you can really do in a very practical way on your everyday life to shift these patterns, I now lead my students to a place of empowerment and certainty, and a place where they can truly connect with what they already know within and can't quite put into words and into action. You know, maybe you've traveled all over the world. Maybe you've taken so many courses and different certifications and met different enlightened teachers. And maybe you've even experienced temporary states of bliss and joy and ecstasy. And yet when you get back to your life and your family and your work, after a little while, this craving just comes back, and then you're still feeling unfulfilled. And so the difference between the work that I do and what most teachers that you will find out there and how they work is that I approach spirituality in a very practical way. I will teach you how to use this conscious awareness and this inner knowing that you already have and create real sustainable change in your life. Because true progress in a spiritual path is not measured by this, altered state of consciousness and experiences that you might have had. Oftentimes, they might even create a little bit of more suffering because then you have had these glimpses and are trying to get back there. And in your daily life, surrounded by your daily environment, that's not very easy to do. And so you struggle and suffer knowing that there's something else and something different out there, and yet being able to connect with it and sustain it. The way that you measure true progress in the spiritual path is literally by the way that you live your life each and every day. And I am talking every single thought, every single word, every single choice, every single action, or every single non-action, things that you choose not to do and not to participate on. It is measured by the amount of inner peace that you have on a daily basis, the amount of contentment that you wake up with every morning, and that is directly related to whether you are living your dharma. Your dharma is your purpose on earth. You see, each of us has a vision when we come into this earth. earth. We have an internal vision as of what we want to accomplish and improve spiritually. And we also have an external vision of how we are going to serve in the world. And each of us is meant to serve in a different way. But a lot of the times when we land on this earth, we get a little bit confused because we inherit some of the ancestral and collective programming on the way, and then we get lost in the land of fear, in the human land of fear. And so even though you already know within what you need to be doing and what's right for you, you are limited by all of these preconceived expectations and notions of what the world has taught you life was supposed to be like, what you were supposed to be like, the things that you were supposed to do, supposed to. And because of that, you actually don't give yourself permission to follow your heart and to live truthfully. And so what we do when we work together is we go deep into those layers of the self. Like we literally look at your week and we see what in your week happened that is here to teach you a lesson, to awaken you, to show you next layer. I'm not promising that this work will be easy. I'm not promising that it's going to be really exciting and fun. It's going to be a lot of deep introspection and gaining deep understanding as of how your system works and how it's affected by the people around you and the collective consciousness. And then the tricky part is you will then have to take action to change this programming. You will have to make different choices that might be out of your comfort zone. You might have some unhappy customers along the way as you begin to set boundaries and not give more than you have, to the point where you feel exhausted all the time from giving because that's what you think you're expected to do. And yet at the end of the day, you're just drained and tired, and they don't even appreciate it half the time. And yet by doing that, instead of helping, you're actually not helping. You might be enabling unhealthy behavior in others. So we will learn to look at everything within yourself, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and everything within others, the good, the bad, and the ugly, with an open heart and a place of loving kindness. And then from that place of clarity and neutrality and equanimity, make conscious choices and conscious decisions that then help you to raise your vibrational frequency for real this time, not in a temporary, way of just experiencing some raptures and some altered state of consciousness, but in a real way where you actually live in that place of peace and contentment and relaxation all day, every day, because every single choice that you make on that day is aligned with your spirit. So in this 90-day awakening and empowerment course, this is what I empowered you to do. I empowered you to take your spirituality to the next level of clarity and purpose by helping you understand the parts of yourself that are stuck and leave your old energy blocks behind and your own mind-created obstacles behind, and finally truly create the life that you love and is aligned with your spirit and your internal purpose on earth and your external purpose on earth. And so if you are ready to take that next step and awaken to your true purpose and learn to follow your heart and make confident choices and follow your intuition and gain a deep understanding of what's holding you back and practice taking action in a way that's aligned with your spirit and letting your soul guide you to that next level of peace and contentment that's sustainable, go ahead and book your free spirit awakening call today. I promise it will be an enlightening call. I will shed light on anything that you present from a whole new perspective. Oftentimes when people are on the phone with me, I literally see their shoulders just relax. It's like just this new perception and this new awareness literally lifts a huge weight off their shoulders of all of these things that they have put on thinking that that was the right thing to do. And then when they gain just a little bit of clarity, then they can actually begin to be more in line with that, what they already know is their truth. And so if this is something that resonates with you, please go ahead and book your free awakening call with me today. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.